Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well. I would date a bus.
Yikes.
If the person has a
G.
Hey, what's going on with you, man? And you know what's so funny, bro? It's so interesting to hear the phrase dating down. And it's such a double standard situation. Men have been dating down and are still dating down, quote unquote, dating down to this day, right? And it's funny that this phrase of dating down comes into play, and it's loud now that it's women that are quote unquote dating down. I personally believe that it's only dating down when you're dating someone of less character, lower moral compass than you. It's not dating down when you date someone who is still open and willing and able to love you and willing to contribute to you to a certain percentage of whatever they bring in, whether it's financially or whatever, time or whatever. It's just so interesting to hear this idea of dating down, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So go ahead. No, but I know you got something to say, bro.
That's what I think the question to be asked is what is dating down? What does dating down mean? Because when I hear a lot of black women talk about dating down, what I hear them talk about is primarily finances. Same thing with 50-50. It's not really about people doing people being equal as far as when it comes to like doing domestic work around the house or pertaining to kids. It's all about money at the end of the day. And this kind of just goes to my point that I said yesterday and that I've always said and I'll continue to say, like, finances is number one for these women nowadays. But however, hashtag, I'm not gonna sit here when I be saying the things that I be saying, I'll be talking about a specific group of women. Like someone like Ebony K. Williams, someone, who's a college graduate, a law school graduate, an attorney, a best-selling author, a TV personality. I think she is within all of her rights to not want to date a bus driver. And I think she's in a position that if she doesn't want to date a bus driver, she's within all of her right to not want to date a bus driver, and she shouldn't be shamed for not wanting to date a bus driver. Like, it's not like she's now if she was stocking the shelves at Walmart right now or Target, and that's what she did, and she was talking about she don't want to date a bus driver, which is a lot of what's going on right now, then I have something to say to her. But I can't really co-sign like an educated, accomplished, successful black woman not wanting to date a bus driver. Now, if she was saying I don't want to date a truck driver, then I have some smoke for her. But a bus driver, like somebody that just drive a school bus or a city bus, I can't really give her any smoke personally.
What I'll say to that is that if we're talking about titles, clout, status, if that's her idea or if that's anybody's idea of dating down, because I know somebody like when people are not clear about this whole idea of dating down, that's when they run into like if someone sees, for example, okay, the typical bus driver makes between 27 to about $38,000 a year, about the same as a teacher. Okay, I'm talking about like city bus driver.
Right.
Makes about close to the same amount as a teacher. Okay, um, give or take a few thousand or something like that.
Right.
And so you got to ask. So then, if she would have asked the question, "Are you dating down?" If you dated a teacher, suddenly I bet you her answer would have been different because she's thinking status as value and status and all that type of stuff. And that's what a lot of women don't understand, that when you're talking about money, I can maybe understand, but so many women are caught up in titles and status. If like if I ask the average person, is dating down dating the the GM of Walmart, is that dating down? And then I told them an entry level executive at let's just say an entry level executive at I don't know, Barnes and Nobles,
Mm-hmm.
right? The company of Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the game, the way the game works, the entry level executive at Barnes and for the company of Barnes and Nobles is making way less than the GM of Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just because you put Barnes and Nobles and all these, well-known, supposedly corporate companies, if you put that involved, and suddenly it's like all of a sudden they'll be like, and I haven't looked these up, but suddenly I'm telling you, women are into status, man, more than anything. I think it's status and what it sounds like in conversations instead of what is actual, what's really important, man. And that's the crazy part.
I wanna ask you a question real quick though. Hashtag. And to all the black women, do you think there's such a thing as a black woman outpricing herself out of the dating market? Do you think that I mean, in general, like to the ladies in here in general, whether could because of y'all dating standards and y'all wanting to date at the very least across, but you prefer to date up, the more successful y'all get, the more money y'all make, the smaller the dating pool becomes for y'all. Like even like in your younger days, the smaller the dating pool becomes for you, and especially you women that someone said you disagree. Well, if you disagree, any woman that disagrees, you can come up here. I don't know how you could disagree with that. Especially for you women that want to date black men. And see, that's the thing though. Y'all don't be really knowing anything about statistics. Y'all don't be knowing the data. Y'all don't be knowing like what the average earnings of groups of people are. So the more money you make, the more accomplished you become as a woman. And y'all say date someone on your level. Well, there's not going to be a lot of black men that are going to be on your level. And are the men of the other races, are they pursuing you actively and in abundance for marriage or for serious relationships? So is there such a thing as these women outpricing themselves out of the dating market?
So I would, I mean, to answer that question, I would say I think that it's not that they're outpricing themselves. I think that they're creating standards that will shrink the pool for them. That pool will become a puddle. And if a lot of people are trying to put their hands in a puddle, it's not gonna be favorable. If they're all trying to reach into a puddle and grab some, it's not gonna work. It's like I don't know. It's So I guess in a sense it is almost outpricing themselves because they're putting themselves in a position where it's not likely they're gonna find somebody.
Yeah,
Hey, I gotta eat dinner, man. But
all right, hashtag.
I'm sure Kayla's could take over this.
Someone in the comments said I make 130K a year, so it would be difficult to date a man who makes 40K. Exactly, lavish. That's what I'm kind of talking about. But I think hashtag said it best though. I don't think it's more so pricing themselves out of the market. I think your standards, I think the standards that you have make the dating pool extremely small. What's good, gang?
What's good, gang? Um, Man, this is interesting. So, did you do the live about that video with the woman saying she would never date black men?
Yeah, I did it last night.
Okay. So I missed that. My
Yeah,
bad.
it's all good.
But yeah, so this is reminiscent of that because I was doing a Twitter search and I saw this story, and then somebody started posting like all the white men that she dates basically. Like I didn't even see any brothers. Now maybe she has, but usually when I hear this rhetoric, it's from somebody of the same mind frame that the young lady that was in the video that you covered the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And one, I just wanted to speak on how this is widely accepted when black women talk down on black men. It's just, I mean, you could never drop a video like that about black women without getting toe up or canceled or getting flagged for harassment or bullying. But
I was
when I
telling
was,
him yesterday, if I did that, my account would be deleted.
your account would be deleted, gang. So, and you see the comments, it's nothing but support. I didn't see one, maybe somebody clap back, but I saw 90% black women agreeing with that woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we see this with Ebony K. Williams. And yes, I do agree that she has a right to what she prefers,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it seems like it's coming off where you're downing other people. Like you could do that without downing everyday good working class men, right?
Right.
And then the other thing is that it's reminiscent of what Kevin Samuels used to say, where you got women trying to 100% of black women trying to date like 10% of black men. And it's probably less than that. I might be a little off with the numbers, but if they're all trying to date 6-figure plus earning men, that's where they run into, on one hand, they say they want a good man, but then they messing with these brothers and they cheating, right? That he may have all the money. Okay, 1%, thank you. So you really think that those brothers that are at that level where they got all the options are going to stay faithful to you? Then you need to make a decision of what comes with that. So you say, all right, well, I don't want a good man. I want a man that earns this, but then you're going to deal with what comes with that.
And what I was telling them yesterday night was, at the end of the day, um, like, the man is gonna be the one that dictates whether you be in a relationship with him or not, and
Facts.
he's also gonna be the one to dictate what kind of relationship you're going, like what the dynamic of the relationship is going to be. So that's why I was telling them even the other day on Sunday. I said, because in all reality, a lot of these women, like, y'all are seen and get used as a quick fuck for the average and below average men. So the same woman that's being seen as and getting used as a quick fuck for the average and below average men, you think that all of a sudden that you're going to get taken serious, or be wifed up, or have these men pursuing you for a serious relationship. At the end of the day, he's the one that gets to dictate what the dynamic of the relationship is going to be. So just like hashtag was saying, just like Khalees was just saying, it's eight slices of pizza, and you got 100,000 women fighting for 8 slices of pizza. Like, everybody is not going to have one. And
Facts.
even if you do get an opportunity, what's the dynamic of that relationship going to be? So again, like I said, listen, everybody can want what they want, but y'all gonna continue. There's so many men that meet all these other qualities and characteristics that y'all say y'all want in men. The emotional intelligence, the personality, the character, the morals, the values, the ethics. These men that are gonna treat you right and be good to you. But if he don't, but a lot of these men, a lot of those same men don't have the finances, so you just completely X them out because of that.
Right. And
It,
I don't know why. Oh, I'm sorry, gang.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just saw a comment. I'm like, I don't know why y'all in the comments talking about black women date out. Y'all acting like white men don't cheat. They will drag you through the mud. Did you not look at Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's relationship and all these white men men are men, right? And especially rich men, they have options. So you gonna get the same stuff running over to them and don't think it's any better and don't release videos talking down on black men just because you chose to mess with the wrong ones.
Yeah, and I want to say this. Yeah, I'm gonna let you speak, turkey, bacon, eggy. And even with that video that I sent you yesterday, it's always, listen, it's always the same woman. It's always you are what you attract until it's time to talk about why they're not attracting the caliber of men that they want. So these same men that they drag, that they call low vibrational, low quality, ain't shit men. It's not, they're not attracting these women, gang, because they're not attracting these men because they're low quality, low vibrational, ain't shit women. It's all on the men. It's all on the dating market. They have no accountability. They have nothing to do with it. So all those women that was in the comments of that video, they had no accountability with the men that they chose to deal with. The
Right.
men that they chose to deal with were just though they were just categorized as all black men are like this.
Just
It's crazy.
crazy. Which is crazy because we could say all black women are just twerking on TikTok and listen to Sukiana and wearing a ton of makeup and got 5 kids. Like, those are all stereotypes that we could put on each. But I don't lead with that. I don't believe in that.